Hi, my name is Megan Cias, and today my persuasive speech will be to inform you of why you should choose medication as a last resort for our children. So in today's generation, we often see more and more families resorting to medicating their children that have emotional or behavioral problems rather than looking for other options first off. And when we see this, oftentimes it is assumed that they're just throwing a blanket over the problem rather than trying to fix it head on. So the latest estimate from the National Center for Health Statistics reports that 7.5% of U.S. children between ages 6 and 17 were taking medication for emotional or behavioral disorders, and this is from INSEL 2014. So as someone who grew up with a close relative who had ADHD and was on medication from an early age, I saw firsthand of why you should not choose to medicate your child early on, why you should try and figure out different things to help the problem. So today I have 3 reasons listed why you should choose not to medicate as the first resort. So medications have many negative side effects. That's our first topic for today. The second is that in place of that, there are so many positive solutions for emotional and behavioral problems. And third is that oftentimes medication can cause self-doubt. So medications have many negative side effects. Medications are powerful substances. According to Glacier 2016, medications that are prescribed for ADHD or other disorders like that are classified as class 2 narcotics. The same designation for cocaine and other very powerful, strong narcotics. So as you can see, these are very powerful medications. Medications also often link to sleep problems, decreased appetite, delayed growth, headaches, stomach aches, rebound, which is irritability once the medication starts to wear off, and moodiness, and again, just irritability in general. So these medications can also lead to eating problems, as I listed up here. And with that, how this happens is that after the drug's peak wears off, oftentimes we will find kids during lunchtime, once their medication is starting to wear off, they'll lose their appetite. And so this is a problem too, because it leads to other problems such as like growth defects. So what are our other options? Positive alternatives can be physical activity. So studies show that exercise can treat mild to moderate depression as effectively as antidepressant medication, but without the side effects, of course. So exercise is also a natural and effective anti-anxiety treatment, according to Robinson, Segal, and Smith from 2017. So as you can see, it serves just as effectively as these antidepressant medications. So when doing this research, I came across a book. It was called The Ultimate Book of Inspiring Quotes for Kids, and within it, it has a TED Talk from Ted Robinson, who talks about a young situation with a young girl named Jillian Lynn. Some of you may have heard of her before. So Jillian Lynn, when she was a young girl, she also often found herself unfocused and fidgety during school. So her mom took her to a doctor, and she was hoping she would prescribe her own medication or something to fix this problem. The doctor, after talking to her for a few minutes, asked the mother to leave the room with him. As he was leaving the room, he turned on the radio and left the room and told the mother to observe with him. As they left, Jillian immediately started dancing once they left the room. So as the doctor assumed that she just had so much energy and she should be placed in dance school rather than attending normal public schools. So she attended normal public schools, or she left public school and started attending a school of dance rather than taking medication. And with that, she exceeded in life very tremendously, and you may know her. She's a famous dancer, and she does many Broadway productions, and as well as hosting her own dance school. So this is just one circumstance where medication probably would have led this person in a different direction, whereas physical activity led her in a more positive direction in life. So this leads me to our next thing. So just think about it in this situation. How would her life have turned out differently if she would have been put on medication? She might have had a lot of self-doubt or been put down, because oftentimes these kids think that they have a problem if they're put on medication. So medicating our children gives them self-doubt. By placing a child on medication, the unfortunate underlying message is the child receives that they think their emotions are too intense and we need to push them to go away, and that we can't handle it. So to these children, it's often seen as a burden, and it feels like a curse rather than a blessing to have these problems. And that's according from Glacier 2016. So put yourself in this situation. Would you rather be medicated, given the opportunity, or given the opportunity to self-improve and value your own qualities that make you unique, regardless to what they may be? And I got this quote from Dr. Christensen, who wrote a book called Ask Me Why I Hurt. And in this book, he often deals with children as well that are dealing with these emotional or dysfunctional or just self improvement disorders. And so he asks you to put yourself in that situation and how you would want people to handle it. Would you rather them push you away and say, we can't handle you, we're going to put you on medication, or would you rather them help you in more positive ways? So again, why we should choose not to medicate. Medications have many negative side effects, as you can see, and there are many other positive solutions in place of these medications, and medications can create self-doubt. So in conclusion, before medicating a child, reflect on if it is simply for convenience or if it is a necessity. And so you need to think of that when you consider that and see if it should be an option or not, but definitely it should be a last resort and not the main option. And then my 3 references that I stated throughout this presentation were from Christensen, Ask Me Why I Hurt book, Glacier H, Mad in America, Insult T, from Our Children Over Medicated, Robinson and Segal and Smith, The Exercise Prescription for Depression, Anxiety, Stress, and More, and Stedman Coughlin, The Ultimate Book of Inspiring Quotes. Thank you.